Councillor Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I stand before you this evening as a woman who is deeply proud of the progress that women have made over the past century. It seems unimaginable that just 100 years ago, women could not vote. Working outside the house was unthinkable for most married women, and women still were dying in childbirth because of a lack of medical care and understanding about women's health. I also stand before you as a female member of this council, one of 25 women elected to serve our communities, comprising nearly 50% of our total number. A female member of this council who is similarly proud of this local authority's stated commitment to promoting equalities for all its employees and for residents across the wider city as a whole. I stand before you as living proof that we have come a long way over the last century in achieving equal rights for women and in working towards a society where all people can expect to be treated fairly and to enjoy the same opportunities, regardless of gender, race, religion, physical ability and sexual orientation. But we still have a long way to go. Here are some of the facts. Despite women having had the vote for more than 90 years, there are still only 126 female MPs in the House of Commons. This equates to less than 20% of the total number of seats in the House, even though women account for roughly 51% of the population. And out of those 646 members of Parliament, there are only 2 black women MPs, and there has never been an Asian MP, Asian female MP. And women working full-time are paid, on average, 17% less per hour than men. This shocking figure rises to a 36% pay gap when working part-time, and most of the UK's part-time workers are indeed women. Only 4% of executive directors of the UK's top 100 FTSE-listed companies are female, 4%. And out of every 100 rape cases reported to the police, just 6 out of 100 end in the rapist being caught and punished. I could go on with more of these depressing facts, but I won't. What I will say is while there has been a revolution in some aspects of women's lives over the past 30 years in particular, social and economic justice remains a distant dream for many women in the UK. This is why the Fawcett Society's work is still vitally important and is needed as much as ever. And this is why I am asking the Cabinet in this motion to sign up to the Fawcett Charter. Now, I know that a great deal of work is already being done by this local authority in the field of gender equality, including the programme of equality impact assessments referred to in the Conservative amendment, an amendment that, incidentally, Mr Mayor, we will not be accepting this evening. I know this local authority is committed to equality for women in the workplace, and I applaud this. But what a powerful message it would send, not only to our own council employees, but also to the city as a whole, and even further beyond, if this council were to sign up to the Fawcett Charter. This charter represents a coalition of leading employers committed to promoting an inclusive working environment by challenging the objectification of women at work. Current signatories of the Charter include British Telecom, Barclays Wealth, Matrix Chambers, Oxfam and other local authorities including Haringey and the London Borough of Tower Hamlets. It's a sad fact that women at work are often subject to a degrading sex object culture. Sexual harassment, viewing pornography on office equipment and visiting lap dancing clubs during corporate entertaining are commonplace in some companies. These sexist practices create a hostile and intimidating environment for female employees. By signing the Fawcett Charter, companies and organisations pledge their commitment to challenge the objectification of women at work. And for the sake of the women who work for this local authority, that's 56% of the total workforce, and that's not including people who work in schools. I should imagine if it was, the figure would be higher. Now, I'm not suggesting that Brighton and Hove City Council employees spend all their time looking at online pornography. Indeed, our robust IT systems and firewalls mean that such activities are already quite rightly prohibited. Nor am I suggesting that our senior officers are spending public money on expenses incurred by corporate jollies down at the Spearmint Rhino. The detail of this charter is actually incidental. What is of vital importance is the message that we, as community leaders, will be sending in signing up to the Fawcett Charter. And that message is sexism in the workplace is unacceptable and will not be tolerated by this local authority. There is also an important local connection in all of this, which we as City Councillors for Brighton and Hove should note and celebrate. The life and work of Millicent Fawcett, whose close links to our city are noted in the text of this motion, and whose name lives on, and whose work in achieving equality for women is continued by the Fawcett Society. This coming August will see the 90th anniversary of Millicent Fawcett's death. What better way to commemorate the amazing achievements of this inspiring woman and to honour Millicent Fawcett's memory than by placing a blue plaque outside Brighton Town Hall, where she spoke so many years ago. Female members from both parties on this side of the chamber have long recognised and supported the important campaigning work carried out by the Fawcett Society and other organisations in continuing to strive for real social and economic equality for all women in today's society. Indeed, the Leader of the Opposition and the Opposition spokesperson for Education have both worked particularly hard in this field, and Green members, both male and female, salute and commend this. Equality for women is an issue that should transcend both gender and political allegiance, and so I'm calling on you all, male and female, Conservative, Liberal Democrat, Labour and Independent alike, to please support this motion. Thank you, Mr Mayor.